Here's part 5 of our conversation with Paul Carrack. I'm John Beaudin from Rocky Stream Music.
I always felt that I wanted to sing The Living Years.
Well, yeah, considering your past, I never made the connection until when I first reached out to you. I started doing more research, and I went, wow, he sang Living Years. And considering the story with your dad and Mike's dad, and when did Mike lose his dad? Was he
around that time? Because they both lost their fathers. Both Mike and B.A. Robertson both lost their fathers and had sons shortly afterwards. So it happened around that time, yeah.
Well, you must have thought of your dad when you were singing that song. You must get asked that.
Well, absolutely. But, by the same token, it's not really like my relationship with my dad. That one is about unresolved stuff, and I should have said this, and I wish I'd told him that. I mean, there's a bit of that, but in my case, it was more like I knew what the loss was about, what that's like. And when I sing that line, on stage, I wasn't there that morning when my father passed away. Yeah, I can see it as plain as day because I wasn't there. I wasn't allowed to be. He was in hospital. It's like that.
With you came from a working family. I know your mother wanted you to not be a musician because, I mean, listen, things got to get done. What was it like?
What, growing up?
Well, losing your dad. I mean,
no.
What's the connection? Where do you get the strength?
No, it was devastating, because he was a great guy. He was very much loved by us and my mum's family, particularly, who were very close knit family, and they loved him to bits. So he was a great guy, and he was the kind of musical. He's a music lover and kind of encouraged that side. His family had the genes, and and he played a little bit, he dabbled. In fact, that's a great story, but it's too long to tell you about how he met my mum. And
you can tell it. I don't mind.
So my mum was engaged to be married. She was married to a guy who was in the Second World War in the Far East, and he came back a broken man. He was, and it turns out he couldn't go through with it. And my mum's lot, they were pretty poor and everything, but they booked a room somewhere to have a reception, and they booked the thing. So they said, well, we've got the sandwiches, we've got a couple of crates of beer. We might as well go and have them. And my mum worked with this guy who was my dad's brother, and he said, oh, can I bring our kid along? He plays a little bit of drums and Fred plays the piano. And that's how they met. And then they got they got married. Not on that day, but
Wow.
It's a mind boggler. Yeah.
We'll have more from Paul Carrack in the next 3-4 days. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. This is Rocky Stream Music.